Hey guys, it's Whitney. Today we are going to be doing a super sexy nighttime purple look. And I use 3 different eyeshadow palettes just to kind of mix and match because I really don't like to be tied down to one eyeshadow palette when I'm doing a colored look. Like I like to go back and forth with different purples and tones. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of colors, you guys. Like not just purple because I enjoy all colors. I'm not a neutral basic bitch. Don't get me wrong. I am when I have to be, like at family gatherings, church, you know, places I need to be basic. I will wear my brown, all browns with the gold lid, which is probably my boyfriend's favorite look on me for some reason. He doesn't enjoy when I slay for 2 hours. When I sat here and beat my face for an hour and a half, but I appreciate it, and that's all that matters. So if you guys want to get to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So for this look, I pulled out my NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in Brights. That's this guy right here. Sorry, it's reflecting. The ring light is. But it's this right here. And we're going to use it for the second shade. Mainly the purple, the light purple right there. And then I also pulled out my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So I want to try to use the shade all the way in the bottom here. This guy. Talk Derby to me. That's what I want to try to use. And then I also I got this big thing of Tarte. And I keep my ColourPop shadows in here. And like little loose cheek, magnetic cheek things that I got. So I'm going to try to use, we're going to probably use these bottom 3 colors right here. So to start out, the first thing I want to dip into is going to be a soft pink. So I'm picking up a Morphe 518. It's clean. It just looks dirty as always. And I'm going to go into the Sweet Peach palette and, ooh, almost dropped that next one. And dip into the shade Georgia, the pink shade right here, the very light pink one. There we go, trying to get it to focus. So I'm going to take that, and that's going to be our first transition color. And my issue with this color is I don't feel like it gives me enough for what it is. There's a fly in here, guys, I'm sorry. But I don't feel like it gives me enough color. So we're going to work that directly right here as our transition. So, and I'm not dark at all. Like even, I just have the very tiny last remnants of self-tan on. And this, I just couldn't imagine how it would show up on somebody with a deep skin tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on both eyes. Now that I have the pink shade from the Sweet Peach palette, I'm going to go into the NYX Bright Ultimate palette. And I'm going to pick up this very light purple shade right here. Show you on my fingers so you guys can get an idea, because these don't have shade names, so I really can't tell you guys. Hold on, let me get it to focus. There we go. Underneath my nail is dirty. I just got done eating chips. Sorry guys. Okay, let me clean my finger. So I got a Morphe M441 and it's clean. I just used it on my little J-Cat beauty thing. Wiped it off, and I'm going to dip into that purple shade. And I'm going to knock that off. I'm going to place that directly underneath the pink, because this, it's going to be kind of deep. So we want to make sure that we have a lot of transition going on. Sorry, it was burp. My bad. I'm going to place this guy directly right here. And you can use different, I mean, obviously, as long as it's like a lighter color, like a pink, purple, whatever, you can use whatever you want to use, you guys. It's not, because this is a very unique shade, which is the whole reason I bought that palette, is because I wanted unique shades. I would never use that NYX palette to make a full look, but for looks like this, where I can just dip in and grab a light purple that I don't have in any of my other 70 eyeshadow palettes, you know? Now that I'm done with the light purple shade from the NYX palette, I'm going to go into my little thing of ColourPop and miscellaneous eyeshadows. And I'm going to pick up the shade 143. That's all it says on the back, is it doesn't have the actual shade name. It just says 143. But it's this purple right here. If I can get it to focus. There we go. Get this cat hair off. And it looks like that right there. Very cute color. So, once again, let me wipe the swatch off my hand. I'm going to be using a Morphe M573. And it's got a lot more, it's a lot looser packed than the 441 and the 518. So I'm just going to dab that in there. And this one, I just want it to be enough to where I can really blow it out, you know. So I'm going to do that. I'm trying to use my big mirror while I do this. I'm just going to place this guy right here, directly beneath the other color. And I do have a pretty hard time with ColourPop eyeshadows. But all we're doing is placing this guy right here, directly beneath the light purple from the NYX palette. And I'm not going to add any more color to this eye. I just want to do one dip on each eye because I just want to kind of blow this out to make the gradient better before we put a super dark color in the actual socket crease. Just going to work this in. And I always drag mine out along my eye shape because I do have very slant eyes. That's just how I am. So all I'm doing is working that in there. And guys, whenever I say I have slant eyes, I am completely Cherokee Indian. So I do actually have slant eyes. I'm not just saying that. Like it is what it is. I have slant eyes for a reason. So I'm just going to work that onto both eyes. Once we have the ColourPop shade down, I'm going to go back into the NYX palette and pick up that the second color we put down, the first really light purple, and just blend out the edges of the darker. If I can get it open, I just chipped my fingernails trying to open this. And I'm just going to blend out the edges. I got a little bit on my brush, and I'm using the second brush again. And as far as those Morphe brushes go, my suggestion would be to buy one of these pan switchers. I have one from JCat. This is the one from JCat. And I have two from Ulta. So that way you don't have to clean your Morphe brushes as much. Because every time I clean mine, the worse they get. So we're just going to start blending out the edges right here. And just working that onto both of these. I'm going to dip back into the first color we used, period, from the Sweet Peach palette, the light pink shade Georgia. And I'm going to blend out right underneath my brow bone real quick. But this time I'm going to take it on a really tiny little Wet n Wild brush. And it looks dirty, but it's not. I'm just going to blend out the edges right underneath my brow bone like such. And all of these colors can be duped. Would you guys like a video on dupes of super expensive palettes? Is that something you guys would be interested in? Because if it is, let me know, and I can definitely do that. Okay guys, so what I'm doing next is I'm going to dip into the shade, go back into the Sweet Peach palette, and pick up the shade Delectable. It's the purple, it's purple right here in the middle. Dip that on and I'm taking mine on a Morphe E17, and that is going to go directly into the socket. And I'm not going to bring it up higher than the third shade we put down because we're going to be cutting our crease as well. So we don't want to bring this up super far. But this is going to outline the eye completely, you guys. Oh, this is not blending at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this color on both eyes and then blend it out with a very small detail brush. Okay guys, so once I have all that done, yours should look something like this. And what I do is I go back and forth and blend out. I'm constantly blending until I get to this point. And you can see that it's really not very blended right here. But after we do our lid shade, we'll go back in and blend if you need to blend, whatever. But I'm taking my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Light 1, and I'm going to cut my crease. Usually I say you don't have to cut your crease, but this is one time that I would say that you most definitely do want to cut your crease. So I'm going to take a M421. It's a concealer brush from Morphe. And I'm going to work that, pick up my concealer, a good bit of it, and I'm going to start cutting my crease like such. Okay, and I'm going to cut all the way from the inner corner. And also what I do is I will clean up the insides. If I'm not wearing heavy lashes, well, today I'll probably still take a makeup wipe and clean up the out part of here with the makeup wipe, and then go back over it with concealer and do all that. And I'll be right back as soon as I'm done cutting both creases. Once you're done cutting your crease, and yours should look a lot cleaner than mine, because with my eye shape, I'll have to go back in and clean mine up, the crease and all that again. But you shouldn't have to do that with yours if you don't have slant eyes. So what I'm doing is I'm picking up this flat shader brush from BH Cosmetics. And we are going to dip into the shade Puree, I think. Or maybe just Peachy. Probably Puree. No, that's too gold. Hold on, let me figure out what shade I want to dip into. We're just going to make this a sexy dark look. And we're going to dip into the shade Peach Pit, which is this guy right here in the palette. Or should we do Talk Derby to Me? I'm trying to decide. Very indecisive right now. We're going to do Peach Pit. So I'm picking that up on my flat shader brush like such. I'm going to spray that with my setting spray. And I'm going to start packing that onto my eyelid. Okay, like such. Make sure I have it on the right side. And I'm going to keep dipping until I cover my entire eyelid. I just wanted to jump on here and show you guys that this is what I meant whenever I said I would have to go back in with mine. It's a little bit of fallout, but not a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the shade Delectable from the Sweet Peach palette. And I'm going to work that back into my crease because my eyes, it's what I have to do every time when I cut my crease. Alrighty, so for underneath the brow bone, I think I don't know what I want to use. I have a cat hair somewhere on my face. I can't find it. But I think for my brow bone, I'm just going to do the shade. I don't know, guys. Let's just do Nectar. This guy right here in the middle. So I'm going to take that on a Morphe M213, get that on my brush, knock most of it off, and just run it directly underneath the brow bone. I swear I think I have a cat hair on my nose, like not even playing. And just run that underneath here. And I like to really kind of blend mine on both sides. Now I'm going to jump off and do liner, lashes, mascara, and we'll jump back up on to do the inner corner. Maybe do something just a little bit extra, and I'm going to clean up everything on my eye and jump back up on to finish the rest of the eye look. Alright guys, so I have my lashes and all that on. So what I'm going to do is I am picking up a small little it's a BH Cosmetics little small tapered blender. I got it from the Marble Rose Gold whatever set. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the light purple color from the NYX palette. And I'm going to run that directly underneath my lash line. And we're going to connect that to down here. Oh, shoot. I was about to put it back up top, you guys. So what I'm doing is running that. My crap keeps freezing for some reason, my laptop. Okay. So I'm going to start working that and drag. This one I'm going to drag almost all the way over. So I'm dragging it to about right here underneath each eye. Okay, the next shade I'm going to dip into is that number 143 ColourPop shadow. That purple one right here, the bright purple. And I'm taking this on I think I'm going to take it on a Morphe, just a small, a small little tiny pencil brush. And this one is a Morphe E36. I love that Elite collection. And I'm just going to dab this right on the top. And this one's not going to go directly up against the lash line. I'm going to place this one just a little bit because we're going to leave room for the darkest shade to push up against the lash line. So this one is going to go somewhere like here. So, and of course I always, no matter if I show it on camera or not, I always clean it up. And then I'll go back in with a Morphe 506 or 507 and I'll kind of blend it out. And this one I'll only bring it out just a little bit less than the last one. So I'm just going to work that underneath both eyes. The last shade, okay, so I have a Morphe M432. It's just a flat definer brush. And I'm going to take the shade, the purple shade Delectable right here, and push that right up against our lower lash line. And what I like to do, so there's not a lot of fallout, I almost want to take, I'm not going to take Delectable. Let's take Talk Derby to Me, that color I've been wanting to use for days. Let's take this guy and put it on there and push it up against the lash line. Because I'm used to having a really shiny lid. And what sucks is none of these are like really shiny purple lids. And I really wanted this to be an all purple look. So I used that shade Peach Pit. But it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this all the way back here and push this directly up against the lash line. Just like such. And work that all the way over. I'm going to bring it on both eyes probably to right here. Let's bring it to right here. We're going to do that on both eyes. I jumped off camera and I did my bottom liner, bottom mascara, all that. So I think, and I've definitely messed up on my lip liner. Got to fix that before I take these little photos for the video. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a brush to do the inner corner highlight with. I grabbed a Morphe M321. It's just a little pencil brush. I broke like 3 nails right before I started filming. I had to hurry up and rush over it and repaint it and do all that, and it's horrible. Because these are all my real nails and they're super long. But anyway. So I think what I want to do for the inner corner is I want to use the shade Puree in the palette. It is this shade right here. That looks like that. It's a really pretty super gold shade. Taking my 321, love that number, and I'm dipping it directly into the, Bellini. It's called Bellini. What was I calling it? I don't know. And you know what? Let's go ahead and mix it in with just Peachy. This guy right here. And I'll knock my brush off for now. And we'll see what that gets us. And I'm going to spray my brush with my Shitty Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. That leaves glitter all in it. And yes, I've shook it up. I have enough setting sprays. I'm not worried about it to the point where I'm going to buy another bottle and do all that. I'll just use it to spray brushes with. So I'm going to put this directly into the inner corner like such. Just like that. Alright guys, and this right here is the final look just doing a purple look. If it were me, I probably would have dipped into like a much next time. What I would suggest, instead of doing this color from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, I would get you a really light shimmery purple to put on your lid to really blow it out and do like a real hella cut crease, you know. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed creating this look and hanging out and having fun. I do a lot of videos a week. I really don't want to set a schedule because I don't want to. But I'm going to be uploading a lot and doing more certain color looks and all of that. I'll also end up doing a daytime purple look because this is definitely more nighttime in your face, you know. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, just please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.